Taylor Swift dominates the box office while The Smashing Machine stumbles and gets knocked out. Kill Bill is getting a 70mm re-release. Peaky Blinders is getting a sequel series. Trailers drop for Psycho Killer and We Bury the Dead, and there's so much more to break down in this episode of Movie News.
What's up, movie friends? Welcome back to Raiders of the Lost podcast, the ultimate film and TV podcast, and this is another episode of the news where we go through all of the industry news so you don't have to scour the internet on your own. We did it for you, so sit back, relax, and hear about what's going on in the world of film and television. James, take it away with the box office, brought to you by our great friends at movieposters.com.
Use our code Raiders10 at checkout to get 10% off. Now, Taylor Swift, the life of a showgirl, absolutely dominated the box office. $32 million opening weekend domestic. $15 million opening day. Holy crap, Swifties, they turn out for Taylor Swift live concerts and theaters. Absolutely insane. One battle after another. Like we said, this movie's going to have good legs. $12.5 million second weekend after 22 in its opening weekend. Less than a 50% drop.
I think that's 40% drop, which is amazing.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
Like we said, this movie's going to have legs, got great word of mouth. Yeah. $100 million globally so far at the box office, so that's great news for Warner Brothers and Paul Thomas Anderson. However, The Smashing Machine, Benny Safdie's solo directorial debut, usually directs with his brother Josh, starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, stumbled at the box office, only pulled in $6 million in its opening domestic weekend. Not great news for a movie that had about a $50 million budget. I checked it out in theaters this past weekend.
What'd you think?
So I actually did a really great review on Patreon.
It's great.
And so anyone who's a patron or a member of our patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost podcast has access to my review. And all I'll say is I think it's a really solid movie. It's really well shot. It's beautifully photographed. Locations are awesome. The performances are outstanding. I could see Dwayne and Emily getting Oscar buzz this upcoming fall and winter. However, it just left me, wanting more at the end of the day. And I was expecting to really just be floored because of the hype. The trailers were really great, and I was expecting the next great fighting movie like Rocky or Warrior. It didn't quite hit that level, but overall, it's still really well made, really well produced, and Benny knows how to direct a movie. Still worth checking out.
I was absolutely shocked at how little money this movie made because you have the star power, or you think you have the star power of Dwayne Johnson, and it seems as though outside of the big budget action movies, he doesn't really have as much pull as we thought he did, which was, I thought this movie would at least make 10 to 15 million opening weekend. So this is a pretty low number. I do think that the marketing looked great. I want to check it out soon, but I've heard similar things from a lot of people, mixed reactions. But we'll see. I'm gonna check it out hopefully tomorrow night.
So then we have Gabby's Dollhouse, 4.7.
I'll see that double feature with the Smashing Machine.
4.7 domestic. The Conjuring Last Rites still chugging along, 3.3 million at the box office. Strangers, the sequel of this trilogy, 2.8 million, second weekend at the box office. Avatar: Way of Water got re-released at the box office. It's pulled in 2.5 million domestic. I cannot wait for Fire and Ash. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then Good Boy got a pretty good release, 1,600 theaters, open to $2.8 million at the domestic box office.
Yeah, and if you compare it to a fully wide release, if for the numbers, scale it up, that's about a $6 million opening weekend if it was a fully wide release. So it's pretty good performance. There were a couple specialty releases and limited releases. Anemone, Ronan Day-Lewis's new film with his father, Daniel Day-Lewis and Sean Bean.
Not Ronan Atkinson, Anthony, like you said last week.
Anemone had actually quite a soft opening, given the pedigree of the actor.
Actor Sean Bean, man.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis and Sean Bean.
Yeah, $900,000 at a release of 865 theaters, which a accumulated to a per theater average of $1,000 per theater.
I think a lot of people just don't even know this movie exists outside of the film community, people who love cinema, people who love Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm sure a lot of people have no idea that this movie actually is a movie.
And I think that maybe people didn't know what the movie was from the trailer.
Yeah, that's a good
point. A pretty disappointing start. I thought that was going to do a little better. And then Bone Lake, the new horror comedy on a limited release, made $900,000 as well on more theaters, so it had about a 900 per theater average. Not a great opening for that film.
Another movie, really small marketing campaigns. Yeah. It's like you can't really expect people to know these movies exist.
How do you set yourself apart?
Yeah, it's tough. But there's a huge milestone at the box office. Weapons reached $150 million domestic, everybody. That's freaking insane.
It's crazy.
Insane.
It's amazing.
What a hit.
It's a huge milestone for something that's a small original film compared to what we usually see making that much money. And, man, congrats to that whole team in Warner Brothers. They made a great campaign, made a great film, and audiences loved it.
I want to talk about Kill Bill.
Yes.
The Whole Bloody Affair, which is both films, Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, if you are local to LA, you live around here, you know he plays his movies at his theaters a lot. The Vista, which is playing one battle after another now. They did The Whole Bloody Affair on 35mm for the whole last month. However, I think because of the success of that and re-releases being more popular, on December 5th, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, The Whole Bloody Affair, will release in 70mm and 35mm projection in select theaters. Check your listings. This will also include a never-before-seen 7-minute animated sequence. I had no idea that this even existed. Obviously, the first film, Kill Bill, has that wonderful anime about halfway through the movie, showing some origin stories, especially for Oren Ishii. But I wonder if this animated sequence is for Kill Bill Volume 2. Maybe he made one for that.
We'll see. I didn't even realize that he had another animated sequence.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I had no idea, and to be able to see that would be amazing. I would love to see this in 70mm. That would be fantastic. And one battle showed that people are craving to see this kind of format in theatrical release, and to see this film. Oh my god! And also, like, I don't think I've ever seen it as The Whole Bloody Affair.
You never seen a double feature?
I mean, I've done a double feature, but I've never seen it as like one thing. So I would love to see.
Have you watched them back to back?
I think so.
Well, I mean, that's The Whole Bloody Affair.
I guess so, yeah.
It's not
do they like eliminate? Yeah, but like they'll eliminate the credits, so it edits together, right? Don't you think?
I'm not sure.
Maybe like there's no end credits.
I've never seen a cinematic presentation, but I've done double features for it.
That would be cool. So I'm guessing there could be no end credits to end the first volume, and then it just goes right into Volume 2's first scene from the motorcycle. From Beatrice with the motorcycle helmet closing the trunk, and then Bill at the end saying it's her daughter's still alive. Does she know her daughter's still alive? Cut to black. Now that would actually go into the opening scene of Kill Bill 2. That'd be interesting.
I want to talk a little bit about Vista Vision, because obviously one battle after another has got everyone so hyped about it. Did you hear about other new movies being shot in Vista Vision?
I saw a few other filmmakers, yeah.
So Alejandro Iñárritu's new film starring Tom Cruise, which he says will shock audiences and surprise. It won't surprise us because we know how talented Tom is. But he's shooting his movie. He shot his movie with Vista Vision.
Oh my God! Wow.
As well as M. Night's movie Remain, and Greta Gerwig, I believe, is using some Vista Vision for the Magician's Nephew for her Narnia film.
Fuck yeah, man!
That's really cool. I cannot wait for the Alejandro movie with Tom Cruise. No one knows anything about it. It's still completely kept under wraps.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's one of the best filmmakers alive, Emmanuel Lubezki, arguably the best cinematographer alive. We have the biggest star in the history of cinema, Tom Cruise. It's the trifecta of the ultimate film. I am ecstatic for this movie. I can't wait, but that's so cool that Vista Vision is it's getting revamped. It's coming back. And I can only imagine more formats in the past will make a comeback as well. And also, Giovanni Ribisi, I learned.
Yes.
He shot Strange Darling as a DP. It's his first film he'd ever shot. He's had a fascination with cameras. He actually is one of the people that was helping rebuild Vista Vision cameras for Paul Thomas Anderson to use. So he was rebuilding it, and then that production used his camera that he rebuilt, his Vista Vision camera. So that's a really cool fact.
Yeah, and also I saw this Cameron Crowe interview talking about Tom Cruise, and they asked him about what's Tom Cruise's career going to turn into once he slows down on big action. And he said from his experience working with Tom, he thinks that nobody's prepared for the kind of acting he's going to do because of his complete commitment, and he really does immerse himself in character. But he said he believes that once his action run's mostly over, the roles he's going to take, and I think Inarritu's new film could be an example of that, is just going to blow everybody's hair back with how good his acting is going to be.
That's why when we were talking about the 101 greatest performances of all time, not one of Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
that blew my hair back because I know I think a lot of people just, especially younger kids, just think of him as the action guy.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is one of the most talented actors of all time, in my opinion. He can do anything.
He can do anything.
Who else could do Les Grossman and then make you weep like a baby in Magnolia?
Yeah. Oh my God, what a great 1-2. Yeah, I love that
Thanks.
contrast.
Appreciate
man. Let's talk about the Fast and Furious franchise, guys.
yeah, baby.
Fast 11. Now, Vin Diesel's been promoting this film for months now, but apparently nothing's happening. Universal execs said they're not sure they'll even make the final, quotes, final Fast and Furious movie unless there's about $50 million in budget cuts. Despite what Vin Diesel has claimed, there's really no approved script, no release date, and most of the cast don't have deals to return to an 11th film. I'm guessing the budget for this thing is going to be astronomical, especially with how Fast X ended. But imagine if they end Fast X on a cliffhanger and then they never finish it.
That's
They
hysterical.
never finish that story.
The budget would have to be like $500 million because the talent involved. If everyone's
Sure.
contract is up, or not everyone's, but if most people's contracts are up, you're talking about Gal Gadot, Charlize Theron, Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, all these huge stars that command big salaries. I mean, what's Dwayne making every movie? 50?
Yeah, and also you got to think about the Fast cast, because the more movies they make, the more they can ask for the money that
Exactly.
they make. So even like the actors like Tyrese and Ludacris are going to be making absurd amounts of money.
I think Universal's more concerned with their Fast ride at their theme parks. They are. That's going to make way more money. It's going to open in 2026.
It's going to be a coaster?
Awesome. Yeah, it's a roller coaster. Universal
Oh.
Studios. We saw it during our big...
Oh, that was that thing that
Yeah.
was being built?
Yeah, the giant roller coaster. Yeah.
Oh,
So I think they're like, dude, we got 10 movies. We're gonna turn this.
we
into a
got
theme
footage
park
of them
stuff.
all.
Yeah.
We got their photos.
We're good to go. Peaky Blinders news. Cillian Murphy says the Peaky Blinders movie will drop in theaters 2026. Also, a Peaky Blinders sequel series is in the works at Netflix and BBC. It's been greenlit for 2 seasons already, 6 episodes each. It follows a new generation of Shelbys in 1953 during Birmingham's reconstruction after World War II. Cillian Murphy will executive produce.
The Peaky verse.
The Peaky verse everything you can, man.
All right, so James Gunn's DC universe is off to some great success on streaming. On HBO Max, both Superman and Peacemaker are huge hits, being the #1 movie on Max and also the #1 TV show on Max. So fans are loving their new footage, their new content, and their new movies and shows.
It's booming.
Yeah, it's booming.
2 biggest things right now. Let's get into some trailers.
Trailers.
Boom, boom, boom. We love trailers.
I love
And
watching trailers.
it's one of my favorite parts of the week.
Yeah.
Because you get some great ones, but sometimes you get some bad ones. You're just like scrub, 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 scrub. Oh, man.
Or should we even talk about this one?
But let's talk about Psycho Killer first. This first trailer starring Georgina Campbell. It's a thriller that follows a police officer who tracks down a killer after her husband, a highway patrolman, becomes one of his victims. This was written by Seven screenwriter Andrew Kevin Walker. Hits theaters February 20th, 2026. He also wrote The Killer.
Oh yeah, and 3mm. I love him as a writer. If this is a script, I'm very curious. And the trailer, it's definitely crazy and unpredictable. And it starts out like the first half of this trailer is like, okay, I can see what this is, like hunting a killer. But then it turns into like a gigantic thing with huge scope, and it's absolutely insane. And this villain, I can't wait to learn more about it. And I think Andrew Kevin Walker is such a great writer, and I can't wait to check this out.
He wrote one of the best scripts of all time.
It
I'm
really
sorry.
is one of the best scripts.
Seven is
It's-
one of the best screenplays ever written.
It's absolutely one of the best
Without
crime.
a doubt.
Yeah, it's so
But then
good.
combined with the masterful directing of David Fincher. I mean, we'll talk about Seven all day, but a lot of it comes down to the story and the script and the characters developed through the writing. I mean, I'm sorry, I could gush about Seven for hours. We have multiple times.
we should do another episode on it.
So
Why
amazing.
Not? Why not?
You know what would be cool? It would be cool to do an episode on a movie, but just talking about. I mean, I would love to do like a watch along somehow, but it's copyright, so you can't really do more than
Yeah.
15
We
minutes
could
of a
figure
movie.
something out.
But I would love to do like watching a movie with an audience somehow, maybe a live or something,
Commentary?
live stream and commentary. Yeah, that would be so fun.
That would be great.
Because there's so many things about the directing style and like little things that he does as a director, blocking wise or whatever it is, that you can't really get fully as a podcast.
I love that. That would be super fun. We're very knowledgeable about that film. I've seen it a lot.
Let's
That'll be fun.
We'll hit the kitchen and see if we can figure out a recipe for
Meeting
that.
in the kitchen. All right, well, next up, we have another horror trailer, We Bury the Dead, which is a interesting-looking zombie film starring Daisy Ridley, and it follows a woman who joins a body retrieval unit in some kind of, like, post-war huge event, lots of dead bodies all over the city, and they're basically being cleaned up. She, however, is searching. This is her job, but also she's searching for her dead husband, for her husband to see if he's still alive. But she soon learns that as she starts encountering more corpses, some of them aren't quite dead. It's a really cool zombie movie. Also looks like zombie intelligence for sure, or herd-like, pack-like mentality. This hits theaters January 2nd. It looked really interesting, I gotta say.
I'll watch any zombie movie, honestly. Anytime. I love zombies. Last Days. Not the Gus Van Sant film.
No.
But a new movie for Justin Lin's film has been released, The Last Days. The film follows the true story of a missionary who went to share his faith with the tribe of North Sentinel Island while a detective races to stop him in theaters October 24th.
Produced by Justin Lin. Looks like a fun, like, travel movie, too.
Thought he directed it.
Did he direct it?
Yeah.
I thought it said from him. Hold on, let's double check. The Last Days. Man, these. Wow.
Justin Lin is the director, yeah.
Wow. Cool. I'm checking this out. He's a really good director. Very successful.
He's made a lot of big blockbusters. That's the thing. He's made
Speaking
like
of
half.
Fast.
He's made like half the Fast movies.
Him and James Wan actually they've made a bunch of movies in that franchise. Next up, there's a new trailer and teaser for Coyotes, which is a new creature feature horror film starring the most adorable couple in Hollywood, Justin Long and Kate Bosworth. This hits theaters this Friday.
Are they a couple?
Yeah, they're married.
No, are they really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they were super cute.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Adorbs. Don't you love that?
Adorbs.
I like seeing more couples working together in cinema.
Yeah, they seem like a very wholesome duo.
Yeah, I mean when Krasinski and Emily Blunt did A Quiet Place Part 2.
And then the
or Part
Smashing
1.
Machine. That's Krasinski.
Yeah, Krasinski bulked up big time. And then we had Alison Brie and James Franco for Together.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool dynamic
Yeah.
when you pull it off well, because you get a real authenticity between a couple.
Yeah. And By the Sea, where they're just fighting the whole time right before their divorce.
Brad Pitt and Angelina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a rough one. But Mr. and Mrs. Smith was the creation.
The courtship
Yeah,
phase.
the courtship, yeah. Interesting. Hollywood's an interesting place. Resident Evil news. Zach Cherry and Kali Reese have been cast in Zach Kreger's Resident Evil movie. This is heating up, going into production pretty soon.
Can't wait.
The cast is shaping out. It seems like every week we have new castings for it. I'm ecstatic.
There's an update on the John Wick universe, the John Wick verse. A script has been written for an original samurai western set within the John Wick universe. Who knows what period it would be, but sounds fun. I love swords.
That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah.
A samurai western. Yeah, it's got to be like 1800s, right? It's gonna be 19th century.
Could be, yeah. But it's like the early days of the what do you call it? Continentals.
Yeah. So it's like been around since like the founding of the country.
Yeah. They founded America.
Yeah. Not a great track record on some stuff. Did you guys all enjoy the Batman 2?
What a great weekend.
Man, it came out on Friday,
made
October 3rd.
$200 million at the
my
box
gosh, man,
office.
it was such a great.
Wow.
I was so excited to see it. Just kidding. But that was the original release date was the 23rd.
Wow.
I mean,
The other
October
day,
3rd.
it was supposed to come out the other day.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Isn't
shit.
that wild?
I think I remember we talked about it. We're like, wow, this is a great release date. October for Batman. This
3
is
years after
awesome.
the original.
Yeah, it's perfect.
But yeah, it's not coming out until 2027, guys.
Hey, have you even fucking shot a thing yet?
They'll get there. They'll get there.
All right, next up. Jason Bateman is adding more projects to his directing belt. The Partner is an upcoming film that he's set to make with Tom Holland looking to star, and follows a young law firm partner faking his death and fleeing to South America, stealing $90 million from a client and leaving behind his wife and kids. That sounds like an interesting character. Sign me up. That sounds cool.
What else sounds cool is Spider-Verse is finally doing some voice acting. I believe Shamik Moore was doing it a month ago, and now Haley Steinfeld is doing her voice recording for Beyond the Spider-Verse. To quote her, I wonder sometimes if anything ever gets scrapped, because I've said the word Miles in so many different ways and tones. They probably have a whole library, which is really interesting. But yeah, they're cooking, man. They're cooking. This movie's coming out.
Yeah, getting there, man. We have some news about Avatar, Fire, and Ash. This film is set to be around 3 hours long. But that's actually, if it's around 3 hours, that's shorter than Way of Water, which was over 3:30. I think that Avatars, I'm happy to go 3 hours, no problem.
100%.
Yeah, that's totally fine with me.
IMAX 3D Avatar.
Yeah.
If it's not over 3 hours, I'm gonna
It'd be weird if it wasn't.
I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah. I want to sit there all day, and I want to not know anyone's name.
Except for Jake Sully.
And that's it.
Hey,
I couldn't tell you one of the kids' names.
That's true. If you held a gun to my head, name one of the children from the Avatar franchise, I have no idea. No idea.
Clue.
I don't
clue.
know Sigourney Weaver's name. I don't know.
I know Quaritch, Jake Sully, and Neytiri. That's it.
That's all you need. Because the thing with Avatar is, for me, I never revisit them at home.
Yeah.
Seldom. The only time I've ever revisited them is when we do episodes.
It's
on
just
the first
an
one.
event movie.
For me, that's why it's special. I like go to see Avatar, and I don't want to watch it at home.
I don't think I've ever watched it at home.
Why would I do that?
I don't think I've seen either of them at home.
I'm gonna watch it in IMAX 3D twice, and it's gonna be amazing every time.
That's
it's like going to a
interesting.
carnival or a
it's
concert.
They're not like that rewatchable, I guess. I mean,
They are.
We saw.
They're fucking great.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, like, you're right. Just see it in theaters is really.
That's how I experience it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
Let's talk about A Quiet Place. We talked about that a second ago. John Krasinski, obviously, is returning to write and direct. However, A Quiet Place Part 3 has been delayed to July 2027.
That's a great release slot, though. July 30th. Great release.
2027?
Yeah.
It's going to be a big summer.
Michael Blanchard, director of Night Call, is in talks to direct the 7th Final Destination movie. Bloodline's co-writer, Laurie Evans Taylor, will be writing this new script on her own. The success of the last film was basically a shoo-in to they're going to make another one very soon, so was expecting this announcement.
Tron Ares is coming out soon, guys, on this upcoming week.
5 days, wow.
My goodness. Now, Tron Ares, I can't say it normal, dropped a brand new poster, and I'm not a huge fan of it. It's a little bit of a blend and callback to the original style, I guess.
It's like a duplicate of the first poster from the first film.
It's okay. I prefer the red-black tone that they've been doing with the aesthetic of the film. It's in theaters on October 10th, so we're going to see it on Tuesday, and I'm going to remain optimistic, and I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I hope it's great, but we'll be dropping a review for it on Friday for Tron Ares. It'll be spoiler-free for the first half so that everyone can check out our reaction to it, and then go see it yourself, then come back for the second half of the episode, which will spoil stuff.
We'll see, man.
And we'll talk about how Dominic Toretto comes in at the end.
Well, they're not making fast movies. He's going to do something. We also got exclusive posters of Keeper, Osgood Perkins' new film, which is, they're like super close-ups of both characters with taglines. This hits theaters November 14th. These posters show that this is going to be a graphic film, very bloody, and I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be something to do with relationships.
But also,
dating.
It looks unique. It looks very unique in terms of its structure, and I find the dual narration really interesting and intriguing.
He's a unique filmmaker who has his own very specific voice, which is something that I really like.
Yeah,
not many people have that, but he has his own tone, his own voice, which is really important for filmmaking. Archie, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The live-action Afterlife with Archie series is in the works officially at Disney+. The series reimagines, I don't love that word, the Archie characters and Riverdale as an apocalyptic nightmare-fueled hellscape overrun with zombies. Okay, that's kind of cool. The zombies are coming. They're hot this year. Riverdale creator Roberto Aguirre Sacasa is developing the series. Interesting.
Sounds fun. Interesting. Next up, all these dog lovers. If you didn't see Good Boy, they released the first clip of the film, which follows the perspective of a dog who sees its owner haunted by supernatural entities. Check this clip out. How's it doing?
2.2 million. Remember we talked about?
No. I mean, sorry, reaction-wise.
Why don't you pull up on Letterboxd and Rotten Tomatoes, bro?
Letterboxd.
IMDb. Let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got for Good Boy. Good Boy's Letterboxd. We got, I'm guessing mid threes.
3.9. It's a
3.2.
6.8 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes 92%. Critics
It's a
score
3.2 on Letterboxd, not 3.9.
People like it.
Yeah. All right.
And a couple of final stories to end with. Alone at Dawn. Adam Driver. I almost said Anne first. So Adam Driver and Anne Hathaway have been cast in Ron Howard's next film, Alone at Dawn. The film follows an intelligence officer who leads an investigation to get John Chapman the Medal of Honor after he fought to death to save his fellow soldiers.
Oh.
So it sounds like, I'm guessing, Adam Driver is going to be playing a soldier, which has he done before, even though he was a Marine? Has he played a soldier before? It's interesting.
I think not. Or maybe he's played like a former soldier. John Chapman it's a true story.
I guess 65, he's kind of a soldier. I don't think he's played a soldier before.
Okay, cool. So this guy was inducted to the Heroes Hall of Fame and posthumously received the Medal of Honor. Okay. So it sounds like he did something really unbelievable and died protecting his fellow soldiers, and then this guy had to fight to get him the recognition that he deserved. That's what it seems like.
I'm assuming Anne Hathaway plays the intelligence officer.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be not some guy fights for him.
Yeah.
So she's gonna fight for him. Anthony.
Interesting.
No, but I think it's really interesting. He's never played a soldier before.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess 65 kind of soldiery. I guess.
And the last duel.
He's like security.
Yeah,
He's like a knight.
Yeah,
I mean, like
technically.
were they fighting with swords in Afghanistan in the
Well, I'm saying with the definition of a soldier, still kind of
ridiculous.
fits. I'm just saying
more
the
of a
blanket term of soldier.
Legionnaire.
If we were in 1600s, we would call them the army. There's soldiers in the army.
No, I don't think they used the word soldier back then. They probably used the word legionnaire or something like that.
Legionnaire.
Yeah.
For that's a hierarchical.
Let's see
term.
What do you call
Soldier.
a soldier in the 1700s, 1600s?
A soldier is a person serving in an army protecting.
I know what
their
a
country.
soldier is. Talking about the era. Mercenary or general terms, I guess musketeer, pikeman,
It depends on the country.
grenadier, cavalry. You know what? Whatever.
Give it to me. Just give it.
I'll
just
kinda
give
give it
Just
to
give it to me. Come on. All right. Next up, final bit of news on the Rocky Sylvester Stallone biopic. Stephen James has been cast as Carl Weathers' big role.
He's got to get ripped for
Yeah.
this. You got to get jacked, bro.
This film follows, again, Sylvester Stallone's dramatic, unbelievable journey to becoming, to getting the film made and also starring in it when nobody wanted him. And then, so Stephen James, he's been in, he's Race, If Beale Street Could Walk, Beale Street Could Talk, Homecoming, which is a really good show. Oh, and Ignite Always Comes. I just actually watched that with Mom. It's Vanessa Kirby and him. He's a good actor. He's really good.
And Carl, I mean, he's got to, I don't know what his physique is, but he's got to get big because Carl was a massive physique, and that was one of the best parts of the movie is like what that guy looked like, a freaking god. Carl Weathers was a football player too. You know, he was a linebacker for the Raiders.
This dude is in good shape, but he does need to get a little bit bigger to meet that insane
like
level.
Noah Centineo clearly has gotten in shape for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys need to get
This is a great casting. This is really good. If you have not seen Homecoming, it's a really interesting anthology series. He was in one season with Julia Roberts, and then the second season was with different characters. But it was a really cool show.
How's his mustache game?
Oh, he can grow a mustache.
Yeah,
for sure.
Stephen James,
Yeah.
mustache game gotta be on point.
I think this is great casting.
I mean, Carl Weathers, mustache goals in that film. Paula Creed,
God.
great hair, great
God.
mustache, big biceps. I'm talking about men's physique quite a bit, so let's wrap it up.
James is going off the rails.
I mean, come on.
Just thinking about those pecs.
Rocky 2, man. Rocky 2.
Oh
Ridiculous.
my God.
Thanks so much for tuning in, as always. There's a couple of things that you can do to help our show, which would be so beneficial to us. Subscribing on patreon.com/Raiders of Lost Podcast. You get bonus episodes. The Letterboxd recap goes there. You also get access to our Discord, all kinds of perks, as well as the ad-free version of every single episode. YouTube memberships are new. You can join our YouTube memberships, going to our homepage on YouTube. You get access to episodes before they post. It's the only place you can get that. Patreon, you don't get them before, but YouTube memberships, you can watch them as soon as we schedule them, which is really cool. You also get bonus episodes. Also, all kinds of perks like specialized emojis and stuff like that. That will be next to your name. So when you leave comments, it'll have your special emoji. It's very cool. As always, share us with your family and friends. Word of mouth is so important to us. This is how we pay our rent. Podcast is our life. Following us on Instagram, TikTok, engage with our content. Leave the comments, leave the likes, leave the shares. That's what gets us great engagement, awesome opportunities. We couldn't do it without you all. Now take care and stay tuned for awesome episodes this week.
See you next time.